So you've got a real estate company and you want either more customers, more money, or more deals. What if I told you you could get all those things with a YouTube channel and you don't even need a fancy camera? All you need is a $40 mic and you can do all this with 0 subscribers from the beginning. Listen, I can't stress enough to you about the power of today's video of why every single real estate professional, including yourself, needs to have a YouTube channel. I'm gonna show you today how this builds more brand authority, how this builds more trust, and in doing so, it brings you passive leads, passive customers, and more opportunities to do more deals. I'm gonna show you exactly why this works, how it works, and if you're not starting, you're just completely missing out. So before we get started, my name's Stanley. I started a YouTube channel back in 2019 when I had flipped all of one property and had been in real estate for less than 4 months. I just started the channel because I wanted to collab with high-level investors that would usually not have given me the time of day. By inviting them onto my show, I provided them with value because they were able to talk to my audience, which was extremely valuable for them. That's so much better than asking, can I pick your brain or buy you lunch? That one decision to start that YouTube channel with just a vision of collabing with great people led to 3 6-figure businesses that would have never happened, and one actually turned into a 7-figure business, all because of the opportunities that YouTube brought because I built an audience. So with that being said, let's go to the whiteboard and show you the top 5 reasons why you as a real estate professional should start a YouTube channel today. All right, so reason number 1 of why you wanna start a YouTube channel as a real estate professional is that it is the new school way of marketing. What do I mean by this? Well, let's start with the old school way. The old school way, I think about how many mailers I get in the mail on a almost daily basis. Either realtors wanting to list my property that I'm not wanting to sell, or buyers wanting to undercut me and give me some sort of lowball offer on my property. The other thing is that it's extremely active. You're spending a lot of time, whether it's cold calling or it is door knocking, and all that time you spent just to get undercut right at the end. And lastly, there's only one way of making money. If you're calling a lead, you have an end goal with that lead. You have one end goal. It's maybe to list their property. It's maybe for them to invest with you. Whatever that is, it's one end goal. There's not multiple ways of making money. This new school way, however, is leads come to you. They are hot. They are ready to buy. They're ready to be your customer. Think about it like this. You're a salesman on a car lot, and someone comes up and says, my car just broke down, I need a new car. You have no convincing to do. They've already made up their mind. They want a new car and they were in the neighborhood, they saw your dealership and they want you. They don't want to go to the next one because it's going to cost them time and another Uber ride. They want to buy with you. They are so hot and warmed up. That's exactly what YouTube videos do for you. They create this buyer who comes from a place of need, not from want. And how does this happen? It happens because YouTube is long form videos and it creates trust with your viewers. It's called the 7-11 rule. 7 hours of time spent with you in 11 different sittings is going to create trust with your viewers. So when someone goes and they say, I like this guy's video or this girl's video, and they watch again, and then they watch another one, they watch another one, they watch another one, 11 times, 7 hours, now they are ready to be a customer of yours. Think of how much time that would take if you were actually to do that in person with someone. 7 hours, 11 different sittings is exhausting. That is a ton. Plus, you might still get rejected on that 7th time. And what I love about this is Myron Golden talks about this. He's a great business coach out there. He says on his YouTube channel, in a 1-day period, a 24-hour period, he had over 800 hours viewed on his videos. That means that he created 40 days of trust with his viewers in a 1-day period. Think about that. YouTube is creating trust and being your best salesperson while you sleep. This is the new school way of marketing. Now, number 2, visibility equals deal flow. What do I mean by that? Well, if you are visible, deals are just automatically going to come to you. Let me give you an example here. If you go on and let's say, just like me, I did Airbnb. If you do flips, if you do wholesales, if you do storage facilities, no matter what you do, if you're very transparent with your deals and you show the ROI of those deals, there's gonna be certain people that are attracted to those deals. So what are they gonna do? They're gonna go try to find those deals. In fact, because of this, I had deals coming to me all the time that I would turn down. On a weekly basis, I would turn them down. I only took a handful of deals. One of them stands out the most. One of my viewers that found a deal in Indiana during the time of 2024 where rates are crazy and you have to put 20% down and prices are still high. He was able to find a deal where he could put 5% down, 4% interest-only payments for the first 2 years, and it was gonna cash flow over $2,000 per month on a purchase price of $355,000. This was through a means called creative finance, which a lot of you probably already know about, but this guy came to me and said, I have this deal, would you wanna be a part of it? I don't wanna do this one alone. And I said, yes. So while the rest of the market was spending 4 times as much on a down payment and spending twice as much on their monthly payments, I was able to get on this deal with this student that went and did the work without me having to do the work. And I'm gonna tell you what, 50% of a deal is a lot better than 100% of no deals. The bottom line on this one is that when people feel like they know you and they trust you, then they'll do deals with you. Number 3 is that it's going to increase your investor pool. So what do I mean by this? Well, a lot of people are out there, they're going to meetup groups, they're going to golf events, they're going to all these different types of events where they think that people with money are going to be, and they say to themselves, that's where I'm gonna find all of my investors. Well, when you share these deals and you share all this value on a YouTube channel, what's gonna happen is that investors are gonna come to you and they're gonna say, I don't want to actually do the work, but I do want to invest with you, and you look like you know what you're doing, so I'm gonna just go ahead and give you money. Let's go ahead and get this thing going. You're gonna get people watching your videos that say, I don't wanna do any of the work, and they just have money sitting aside collecting dust and they wanna do deals with you. A perfect example of this is in 2023, I had a deal for a storage facility. I'd never done storage before, and I just was very transparent with my audience and said, hey, I'm just gonna give you all the numbers of this deal, and if you're interested, here's how you can connect with me. In less than 24 hours, we were able to raise $400,000 and bring in that deal because I just shared with investors on my channel that had already spent over 7 hours with me, over 11 different sittings, and said, I trust this guy, he's doing this deal, I wanna do this deal with him. The number 4 reason why you wanna start a YouTube channel is multiple streams of income. So what I am talking about here, yes, YouTube pays you, of course, but that's not where the real money is at. Multiple streams, what that means is that there are businesses, there are opportunities that will come out of this that you have no idea are out there. If you're a realtor and all you're looking for is more customers, you might actually end up becoming a realtor coach. You might be able to find deals that now you want to purchase and you didn't know that that was possible. There might be an opportunity for you to recruit people onto your team and you didn't know that was possible. I talk about all this in my $1 Million YouTube Blueprint video, which is right here. I actually have 3 businesses that ended up turning into 6 figures or more per year. One of them actually was 7 figures, plus a stream of income that was creating over 6 figures that I didn't have to do any work for. So make sure you check out that video. I'll go into depth on all that, but the number one that I'll tell you about right now for one of the multiple streams of income was coaching. When you provide so much value and you are seen as an expert, and maybe you don't start out that way, but you eventually are seen as an expert, people will come to you and say, just show me how to do what you do. I wanna have the same lifestyle, I wanna have the same business, I wanna do all the same things that you're doing, show me how you do that. And for those of you that say, well, I'm not sure if I'm a coach, the answer I have for you is why the hell not? Like, if people want the help and you're starting a YouTube channel, you probably already have an abundance mindset of, I just wanna help people, so why wouldn't you just take that extra step and now get paid to help them? That's the way I look at it, and that's why I started a coaching program that ended up making me over $300,000 net income per year, $500,000 gross income. That would have never happened. I would have never thought that someone would be like, yeah, I'll spend $3,000, $5,000, $10,000 just to learn how to set up an Airbnb. I never thought that was possible, but that's what it turned into. And the last reason that you want to start a YouTube channel, and we've already used the word a few times, but let's just go ahead and zone in on this, the word expert. You are going to be seen if you are consistent with it and you continually are just genuine and you show the process that you're going through, or maybe you are an expert right now. At some point, you're either gonna be seen as an expert right away or you're gonna be seen as an expert eventually. And the reason for this is because you are sharing your journey genuinely. You are sharing the realities, the pitfalls, the exciting parts, the multi-million-dollar parts. You're sharing all of it, whether it's good or bad, and that builds trust with people. And at some point they say, you know what? This person isn't perfect, but they sure can teach me how to be more perfect than they were through the process. And for that reason, you're gonna be seen as an expert. So when you start a YouTube channel, I want you to let me know when you notice all these things, that you're following this new school of marketing, that you're getting visibility, which is equaling deals, when you're getting more investors wanting to invest with you, when you have multiple streams of income and you're seen as an expert. I wanna know exactly how you've experienced that. Make sure you comment down below. Now, there's one more thing I wanna share with you before we go here, and that is going back to the beginning of the video. I told you that I started my YouTube channel when I had done one deal. Just remember, You are one deal ahead of everyone right now. If anyone is going to follow you and you think to yourself, I'm not good enough, well, the people that are gonna follow you probably have done 0 deals. So you've done more than them. Someone has to hear your story, someone has to hear your journey, and someone wants to follow along with that journey with you. Because guess what? In a year, you're not gonna be just at 1 deal. You'll be at 12 deals, you'll be at 15 deals. And that same person that started with you when they were at 0 deals, now they're at 10. You've helped that person along the way, and you didn't have to be the expert. If you agree with that, then you definitely wanna watch this next video, which is my blueprint for my multi-million-dollar YouTube channel.